Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Linda Fussell here, and it is Thursday. It's the last Thursday in July. I can't believe that. So Thursday the 30th. That's just like, wow, where has the year gone and what on earth has been happening? So the last 4 or 5 weeks, 4 weeks in the Flow Academy, we've been talking about sleep, and I've been sharing, routines for the morning, routines for the evening. And it's really interesting because having done that, I find myself waking up this morning. It is just after 8 o'clock. And so you've got my straight out actually had a nice warm bath this morning and then a cold shower. So straight out of the shower. And the interesting thing that I wanted to share with you is that I've woken up this morning and I'm foggy. My head is like, just a bit foggy, and my body feels sluggish, and there's this just sort of, and I talk about this foggy, it's that thick feeling that you get around your head. This is completely raw and uncut. Ooh. But there you go. And I find it really interesting because having been talking about and sharing morning routines and evening routines, I am acutely conscious that I've maybe not been doing all of the things that I've been sharing, and there are so many things you can do, and there's so many things that I do normally. And with the Flow Academy, I've been sharing every 2 weeks 7 or 8 things that you can choose some to do and try, and they're all very easy and very doable and things that I do normally. So here I am today going, this is why I do those things I do. Going to bed early. I've not been too bad. I had one night when it was just after midnight, but most of the time I've been relatively okay. But one of the things that we were talking about last week, and it was last Thursday, I do a live session every second Thursday, and so last Thursday, talking about evening routines, and one of the things was not to eat 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep. Well, I think that's the one that has absolutely hammered me, and it's been really interesting to see what that's done, because for the last two nights, 3 nights, I don't know, probably definitely the last 2 nights, I've eaten something really late. So I normally try to finish eating definitely by 8 o'clock, usually by 7 o'clock, and then have a 14-hour window of no food. And if I finish eating at 7 o'clock and I'm going to bed at normally about 11, let's say between 10:30 and 11:30, that gives me a very good window of no food before going to bed. So I've got sort of a double thing going on there. I'm supporting my gut and my biomes and my body's ability to clean and do all the things it needs to do by having that, I say, a fasting window. 14 hours of no food is not that hard. If I stop eating at 7 in the evening and start eating at 9 in the morning, that's 14 hours, and that's very doable. I mean, even 12 hours is great, but 14 hours is brilliant. So anyway, back to what I've done over the last 2 days, definitely. Last night, I ate before going out. I had a 6 o'clock play date with the dogs from training, and we took the dogs and we just had fun there, but that was 6 till 7. So I ate early last night, and I love eating early. I had a massive meal at about 5:15, between 5 and 5:15 I sat down to eat, so I'd finished eating by 5:30, and it was fabulous. And you go through the evening and you're so alive and alert, and it's brilliant. And I then drove up to Ripon and spent some time with Babs, my mate, and we had a walk around, went down to the river, and we had some tea at one of the pubs. My first time eating out or drinking, having anything out since early March. In fact, we had lockdown on the 16th of March, and on the Friday the 13th I was out. In fact, that week before I was really busy. I was out at all sorts of events, so I had loads that second week of March, and since then I haven't been out and bought anything to eat or drink. at all, apart from obviously food that I bring home and prepare. So that was a big event, sitting at the Water Rat, which is next to the river in Ripon, and it was very pleasant. I had Babs and I had it was a pub restaurant, but we had a peppermint tea, and that was about, I don't know, 8 quarter past. It was lovely. It was really pleasant. It was a lovely evening. It was just so nice to be out. It was just so nice to be doing something quite normal, but it did feel abnormal. I'll be honest, it did feel abnormal. You arrive and you sanitize, you sit down and you write your details, and then you get your tea, and I'm conscious of touching teapots, so who else has touched that? And hopefully they've got all the hygiene in the back, and then you've got your teacup, and you know it's been through the dishwasher. You assume it has, and you hope it has. Anyway, the outcome of that was I got home at about 20 past 9, I think, which was fine, wasn't late, and I was exhausted. I was really tired. I've had a busy couple of days, and I'll explain the day before, and you'll see why I was so tired last night. And instead of having a cup of chamomile tea and going to bed, or some sleep, I've got dreamy time, I've got chamomile, I've got robust sleep time, I've got all sorts of different teas, but instead of doing that and going to bed, I decided to have a bowl of yogurt and nuts and raisins in my yogurt. I wasn't going to have very much, so I'd just have that. And it was great. I absolutely enjoyed it. Watched a little bit of TV. I was watching Princess Anne at 70. I sort of watched the first 2 sections of that. I've recorded it. So I was nice and relaxed, nice and chilled. Came upstairs, really tired. Did my journaling, do all those other things that I do at night. Did my journaling, tried to read something, because that's one of the things I decided I'm going to start doing, is reading a proper book, a book, you know, a book. Rather than an electronic book, and opened the page and thought, nope, I just need to go to sleep. So put the book down, thought, yep, I'll just go to sleep. And then I thought, oh, I'll just check on the maps tomorrow and just see what we're doing and how we're doing things. So I opened an electronic device. So that's the second golden rule, is no electronic devices for at least the hour before you go to sleep, but ideally 2 hours. So what do? I open an electronic device and have a look. It does have the nighttime thing on, so it reduces the blue and green light, but it's still not good enough. Had a quick look at the maps. It wasn't long. Then put it down, went to sleep, slept. Oh, didn't hear a thing. Slept amazing. But woke up this morning and tried to, keeping a regular time, and naturally waking up and thinking, I'm so tired. Like, nope, get out of bed. So I got up and then had my bath and stuff. And it felt great. But then the bath felt great, and the cold shower on top of that felt great. But I still feel, a bit sluggish. That's the word, sluggish. So what happened the day before was even worse, significantly worse. That I've always found, and I've known this for years, that if I have a late night, it's not the next day that I'm struggling, it's the day after. It's that lag. So the night before, or the day before, I'd started really early. I had a 7 o'clock call with Australia, and that was on the back of the late night, the night that I went to bed, just after midnight. I'd say about 12:15. But it's just rubbish going to bed that late and then getting up early and being ready for a video conference call at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is fine, don't mind doing it, love it. Anyway, I had a very busy day. All the way through the day I had not quite back-to-back meetings, but I sort of had at most 10 to 15 minutes between things. I had eaten my breakfast in different parts. I sort of eaten bits here and bits there and sort of scrabbled it around. I had done a dog walk, and that had been great in the middle of the day. Again, I'd had to rush it because I didn't have a lot of time. So we'd headed out. It was a glorious day, and it was one of those days where you just wish you could walk for ages, but didn't. And fortunately, Lyra was just bouncy, and so we had a run. And that was great because it gave me extra time. Gave me time to get a cup of tea afterwards. So that was, a bit of a rush on that day. Anyway, at 1 o'clock, did I get lunch? Can't even think that I got lunch that day. I must have had something. Hopefully more than snacking, can't remember. 1 o'clock I sat down and I had back-to-back meetings all the way through till 6:30, but actually I was in doing the meeting notes after the 6:30, so I finished at 7. Went downstairs thinking, yeah, that's great, and made some dinner. So I did have some dinner, made some dinner, and that was great. Proper nutritious dinner. It felt good. I can't remember what it was. It was lovely. But while I was doing that, realised that I had, in fact, I made the dinner, and then my alarm on my phone went off saying 10 minutes to your next meeting, and I'm like, what's in my diary now? I thought I'd finished at 7, and I'd been pottering around. I hadn't been rushing, so I sort of was on a casual move. And I realised I had another virtual meetup between 8 and 9. So I made a whopping great salad. That's right, I made a whopping great salad, and I've got these beautiful rolls that don't have any bread in them, so they're full of seeds and nuts and things, and I'd put vegan cream cheese on them, and I'd had my salad all ready, so I was all sorted. Anyway, so I came upstairs, and while I was logging in, I was taking a couple of mouthfuls, bearing in mind this is now just before 8, about 8, a couple of mouthfuls of my roll with the cream cheese. And then we get onto the video conference, so you can't eat, and then my laptop was doing a few silly things, and it went off a couple of times, and during those times I'd grab another couple of mouthfuls. So it was not a focused eating, and we haven't got onto the eating in the academy yet, but we will do. And it's not a good way to do that. You need to appreciate every mouthful. That I was appreciating every mouthful, but I was also rushing it, and I was also conscious that I was stealing mouthfuls in between. So I did that call. That was 8 till 9. Then there was some admin to do after that call, so I did some of that, and then realised that earlier in the day I had processed another video that I wanted to put live, so I just put that live, and in doing that then I needed to send an email to let people know that I put it live, and then I thought, I haven't uploaded the audio tracks, so I uploaded the audio tracks. Anyway, long story short, very productive. 10 o'clock I shut down, which meant I've been going literally from 7 till 10, 7 in the morning till 10 at night, which is a very long day, and I don't mind those all the time, but I hadn't eaten properly. And what that meant was that I then went downstairs at 10 o'clock, sort of fiddled around, sorted the animals out, etc., got my salad and sat down to eat my salad. And so I ate a huge salad. I was still eating 10:30, so 2 nights ago. And I really can't go to sleep straight away on that, so that I did go to bed. Salad digests easily, and it was not too bad. So I went to bed, just after 11:30. I think it wasn't too bad about the time going to bed, but I had just eaten. So I woke up yesterday, and it was like, busy day. I've got lots on, got things to do, got stuff to get moving, and did some of my morning routines. Did the standing outside in the sun, took my photos, enjoyed that little bit. Didn't do my meditation. Now that's just I always do my meditation. Didn't do my meditation. Was just sort of on the back foot and rushing, and then crashed into my day, and then we arrive at today. So I just thought I would share with you that it's interesting that whilst we've been focused on sleep and the importance of sleep and why it's important, and it's not just how much sleep you get, it's the quality of the sleep, because I've been having good 7 hours sleep. It's just, it's not just the amount of sleep, it's the quality of the sleep, and what you do in your morning routine, in your evening routine, during the day, and while you're sleeping, all has an impact. So we have focused so far. We started off looking at the morning routine because that's just nice. You wake up in the morning and you feel good and do things. We then went on to the evening routine, and in this next week, so next week Thursday, week today, we're looking at we're just in our hour session. We're doing 20 minutes on what you should be doing, what you can do at night to help yourself, help your sleep be better quality, what you can do during the day, what things need to happen in the day, and then 20 minutes of questions, so Q&As, and then that's sort of our first introduction to sleep. And it's been really interesting. I know that when I do these things, I am testing myself. So these are things I've been doing for ages. I'm sharing them. I'm sharing the whys. I'm sharing where it's come from, whether it's modern science, ancient science, what's behind it, what's happening in the body, what does this mean, what is the flow that we're creating. And then I feel like I go and test myself by not doing it. And I was thinking about it this morning. What is it? Am I trying to sabotage myself, or am I giving myself a test, or what is it that's going on? Because some of these things I have done, I don't say religiously, but I've done, it's a habit. It's such an ingrained habit that I don't think about it. And I've been doing them for years and years. And then every now and then you do things that push you off. And they not only push you off, but they show you why you do them, but also they weaken your immune system, and then they make your body fight harder. And do we need that? We've got enough things around that are, causing challenges to our immune system. So there are all sorts of things going on in that. And I thought I would share what was going on in my head, how I'm feeling this morning, and understanding why I'm feeling like that, and then looking potentially at, so what does that mean? What is going on, and where does that come from? And I think it is just a real acknowledgement of, it's not just, I say words on a page, but they're videos and words and all sorts of things. It's not just a teaching. It is something that really impacts our way of life, our well-being, how we feel, how alert we are, how we're able to cope with things. I mean, I know when I'm tired that my brain is, I always say I know when I'm tired because my memory goes a bit sluggish. Sluggish, that word's come up again. There's a lot of slugs in the garden. I'm fighting slugs with my beans. Anyway, we just, I know that when I'm tired, that my recall is not as good as it could be. And when I'm in meetings and things, I'm a bit slower than I'd like to be. And I don't like that. I like to be on the ball, sharp. This is the control thing, but I do like to have things in place. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share. So it's interesting observations, and for those that are in the academy, we're all human, and I don't do everything perfectly. I'm also, working my way through these things, also experiencing and experimenting and trying, and always trying new things, remembering why the old things that I have been doing I tried previously and I stuck with them because they work for me. But not everything works for all of us, so it's worth understanding the science behind them and then seeing what works for you and how you can implement it in your life. So there you go. That's for the people in the academy. And for those that aren't in the academy, if you would like to join the academy and join us on this journey of exploration into getting in flow with life, in flow with our bodies, what they're doing, with the day and night routines, with the full moon, new moon cycles, with the seasons, because obviously those are all, life is a flow. We flow through life. We are majority liquid in our body. Our body is moving and flowing and doing stuff. So how do we make that the best it can be, that we feel amazing and get the most out of this life, but we are able to give the most to this life. I think it's how we feel amazing that we can then give the best of ourselves to our life and have the most amazing experiences and share incredible things with great people, the people that we like and love spending time with. So have a fantastic day, and I shall chat to you soon. Bye now.